getting the car where I want it to be. Let's get the jack stands next and the jack get this thing off the ground. Before I do anything else, I know this car has wheel locks, so I'm gonna make sure that the lock is here because I did buy this car used. Yep, here's the wheel lock. Thing's weird. Sweet, just like the ST, there's a solid pinch weld across this whole thing. You can jack it up kind of towards the middle and get both jack stands up. There's dirt falling off this thing as I jack it up. This car has very obvious spots where the pinch welds are for the jack stands, which is nice. Cool, she's gonna live here for about 12 hours. If you're out there and you don't have a bunch of tools and you want to get into detailing, don't feel like you have to go out there and get all these fancy gloves, these Maxi Flex gloves that are amazing. I have a link in the description or anything. I'm serious. Or this Milwaukee 1/2-inch impact. They're expensive. Just breaker bar, some sockets, and just get the job done. You don't always need the best stuff. Me doing this all the time, it saves me time and energy and pain sometimes in your limbs, so it's worth it. But don't ever feel pressure. I'm here to help you build confidence in the garage. That's what Karma Speed and myself are all about, so I just want to make that known. Don't feel like you got to keep up or anything. I didn't always have these fancy tools. And we have a classic set of Ford lug nuts. If you have a really nice set of wheels or wheels you don't want to mess up, in the Amazon list below also I have these lug nut sockets that will protect your wheels. It's like a PVC pipe type material. Tire wear actually looks fantastic. These are Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. These are not cheap. These are grippy in an area like Arizona, but man, they were awful in the snow. And then let's take a look up in here. All this mud and dirt, gross. She'll look good as new here soon. I'm excited about it. And finally, I get to clean the Brembo brakes. The new wheels for this car have showed up and I cannot wait to install them, but we've got some things to do before that. 0 to 60. I think we do suspension, see what this thing looks like lowered on stock wheels first. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else before we swap new wheels and tires on this. Talked about putting these wheels on Parker's car, see what they look like. I have to say I've never seen this type of wheel lock. Rear tire wear looks good. Let's take a look at the rear here. All kinds of mud. If you're getting frustrated with your swollen Ford lug nuts, put your socket on there, pull it off, put it back in a little bit, kind of grab the whole thing and just softly wiggle it off, and then stick it on a little bit, and then get it the rest of the way out carefully, and then I can pull it off. All right, 1 of 1 as of right now until the boys cop them. 1 of 1. Too much torque is right, boy. See that tester? Yeah, let's get it soft. Let's get a fit check on this thing.
Oh yeah, it's perfect.
Get a little
good too.
Little turnaround. Dope. Let me get mine on and we'll take some pictures in the garage. Let's prep some stuff. Get my foam cannon off the wall. Blue Thunder Premium Pre-Soak. I don't usually do this, but I think it would be good to try and let the chemicals do some work before I even spray it off with water directly. It won't take much. I have all these Superior Image products to help design this label and work with them locally. They're like family. Go ahead and pour to this in there. I'm running out. I want to refill the bottle. Got a little funnel here. You totally don't need to have 16 ounce. You can use gallons for everything to save money, but I like to have these on the wall so you guys can see them. I am gonna take some degreaser with me, my Pro Grade iron remover. So the Amplify 1 tire for black plastics and tires, it's meant to be diluted like a lot because this stuff is really strong. This is the best stuff ever. It's ceramic, it sticks to it, it's not very thick, easy to apply. But I'm a snob and I'm not going to dilute it. But this stuff is pricey, so you're gonna wanna dilute it. But I kinda get to not waste it, but be a snob since I work with them. This is probably my favorite product, if I had to pick. Glass cleaner, little mini bottle. Grab wash mitt. And I have a large purple drying towel. I need some brushes. I'm gonna take the wheel brush, this wheel brush, lug nut spot of the wheels. I'm missing a softer brush for the badges and such. All right, here we go. Got another smaller wheel brush and this soft one right here. This is a a freshie from Superior Mission. Got my new white pipe on the hose, and I got a standard nozzle to fill up buckets like this. So nice. Clean out the funnel. I used to like wheel it over to another hose on the side of the house. It was such a pain. This is just way more efficient now. Like this bucket's almost full. I'd be over there spilling it all over the place, getting foam everywhere by the furniture in the back. This is good. This is just over the top of me, but why not? I am going to need the maxi foam again, because once this foam can is empty, I'll add some of this in there. If you're thinking about buying a pressure washer, you never used one, these nozzles, you pull this back and then slide whatever tip you have on. This is a cool one from Ryobi. It's like multi, so 15 degree, 25 degree, 40 degree. I love it. I'm gonna do 40. It'll spray like flat, but I can twist the whole thing and it'll spray like vertical. Always, always, always test your pressure before you spray it at the car in case this nozzle, boof, flew off and then damage your paint. Put my foam cannon on. So that's good to go. This is pre-soak, so it's meant to just eat all the dirt and grime chemically. Take off my foam cannon, get my spray nozzle. Let's go to the hot side over here and get this all off before it dries too much. Start on the top. Try and get all the cracks, all the soap out of the cracks, all the way down the hood. There's some tar right here that just came off like no problem because of that pre-soak. Come back here. Top to bottom, trying to maintain that. I constantly want to go for the wheel wells and stuff, the really dirty things, but I need to stay consistent with the whole process, focus on the paint. We'll get there. I don't want any of the pre-soak drying too much, so gotta make sure that we keep moving, and then we will hit the wheel wells and get all that out. I should be going to the roof right now, but I don't want this to dry since it's in the sun over here. Okay, cool. Now we can focus on the wheel wells. 25 degrees. This spot right here always sneaks up on you. I just want to make sure I get all that first. So something like this brake caliper is just so caked on there. Don't even try and fight it with this. Don't force it. We need to use chemicals and some agitation. But I feel good about that. Some maxi foam in here. Do a generous amount because I really like this paint. Literally, you could put less than a tablespoon with water and it would foam up a lot. I want this to be really foamy, so I'm only probably gonna fill it like halfway. I go slow with the water because it'll just foam up a lot. That should be enough for this car. In case you're new to this, the only reason you foam a car is to create a slippery lubrication between your wash mitt and the paint so that you can scrub it but not put micro scratches in the clear coat, which we can show later what could be better on this car. Yeah, it looks cool, yeah, it's fun, but it's for a reason. I should have done the other side in the shade first and done this last, so I'm gonna do it again. Got a little left in my foam cannon. Gonna get the roof good, and we're out. Get this ready to go, 40 degrees. Now it's time to rinse it. Start on the roof horizontally across the car. Now this is when most people can see you over there would do 2-bucket method. Me, I'm just your regular guy. I'm not your detailer. I don't think it's gonna make an extreme difference. This car has clear bra on a lot of it. Get wherever I can up in here, the crevices. Start on the top, get this nice and wet. Lots of soap in the bucket too, and water. Even more lubricant. Start in the center, going top to bottom, because the bottom of the car is dirtier and you're gonna track more dirt on your wash pad. We're just getting any grime that won't come off. Before I go any lower, let's do the hood. If I did put micro scratches in the paint right now, they are the same as the air would travel across the hood. So then if it did scratch it, it's not anything crazy noticeable. It's not like I'm sitting here going, ooh, swirl. Like that's what you don't want to do. I have a grit guard in the bottom of this too, so all the dirt in the bucket and debris falls to the bottom and it can't get back in my wash mitt. I just love this front bumper so much. It's almost worth keeping the car in itself around forever because it's such a good looking bumper. Oh, I feel good about it. Let's go in the rear. And the very last thing I'm gonna do with this mitt is this rear valence, because I'm gonna get some gross stuff on it and I don't want anything getting jammed into the paint. If I were to go try and fix a spot or something, I would go get another wash mitt. Remember this guy? Just get some soapy water on it. Go to your hard spots, badges. Just give her a nice little scrub-a-dub-dub. This is just team overkill right here, but you know, get behind here. You're really getting the fog bezels with this thing. This is the difference between clean and squeaky clean. For my RS guys, this little piece on the intercooler that I can take off, should I take it off or is the glue so gross that it's just not even worth messing with? Let me know. All right, it's time to rinse her off. Don't forget this. Someone's barbecuing, I can smell it. It smells like a good idea. Sweet baby Ray's barbecue chicken right now. Sheesh. Man, this car is just so good looking. Safety check. I'd say she's looking pretty good. Now let's focus on the calipers. Get those looking new. To prep for this, I have some Crush Power degreaser. I got my Pro Wheel X. I got a kind of rough brush. I got this smaller wheel brush and a full bucket of soap and water because I won't use that again. Like I said, this is where I'm the least experienced. Doing these wheel off is newer, but let's see what this Pro will do. This hardcore brush for like lug nuts and just kind of figure out what we're working with. Gross. A lot of it's coming off though. So I can see clearly where I need to get to. Put some more chemical on it. Hopefully decent work for me. I can even spray this too. These have never been cleaned like this for sure. So I'm gonna try my softer brush. Get in some of those hard to reach areas. All right, we're making progress. Like, what does this need to come off? I'll get my plastic razor blade. Plastic, oh yes, yes sir. Get in there with this. Okay, that looks good. Just stabbing this into where I need it to agitate it works. All right, let's see what some Crush Power will do. It's a little bit foamier. Might sit on the surface a little bit better. Load it up with degreaser, because it is different, guys. And get her squeaky clean. If any of you are thinking, dude, it's just gonna get dirty the first rip down the street. Well, this is the difference between you and I. It just does something for me, you know? Just to know. And she's a RS. She's a little bit of a rare breed. Gotta give her that extra love. It shouldn't even matter. Good soup right here. Look at that. I'll have to get an Instagram clip of this. And we're on to the rear. That was easy. Thing looks great. Cool, now on to the other side. Oh, look how amazing the color match is now that they're clean. Now I'm going to spray the whole thing down with water, wipe it off with my big purple drying towel, then we're on to the wheels. The one thing I would like to do once I move out of this rental house is install a reverse osmosis system. If you've never heard of that, basically it just gets everything out of the water and there's no minerals in it to leave water spots. So I could skip this step of having to water it down, just let it air dry and then finish it up with some ceramic detail spray or however you want to do it, which would be rad, but not the world I live in yet. But that's the goal. So if you have a reverse osmosis system at home, I'm excited for you. To try and keep everything relatively the same stroke pattern when drying, because this can cause small micro marring in the clear. You've never used one of these towels and you're questioning the price. You ask anyone that owns one, is it worth it? Yup. It soaks up so much water and the whole car in one shot. Oh man, this car was so dirty. I felt so guilty. This roof is wrapped. I think I want to take it off because I like this color so much. Get under the wipers. If you want to know what scratches I'm talking about, if you're new to this, go to this part of your car, and if it's gloss black, just take a look. This is happening all over your car all the time, and why people get so crazy about detailing, because once you notice them, you can't look away. And I can polish most of this house, so it'll get better, and you can too. We'll do that eventually. Man, I love this car. I love this car. This color is amazing. The next thing I want to do is take my Amplify 1 tire that I told you I really like and spray on all the black areas. I'm just going to let it seep into that material. So the fender liners, it's going to make these things jet black. And with it being ceramic and kind of sticking to it, it's going to stay black for not just this wash, like the next few. It'll look good for a long time. Get all this black on these arms. So I'm going to do this on all the black on the rear bumper, front bumper, fender liners, all the plastics, trailing arms. Told you I'm a snob with this stuff because, man, it looks cherry. I'll circle back with a rag and dry it all off once it seeps into the plastic a little bit. When I say like soak it, I'm serious. Do it once and you won't really have to do it for a while. Clean, dry microfiber. They're really gonna make a mess, but remember, I don't do this every time. I'm just gonna rub it in. And I can kind of just polish it into these pieces. The rag will soak it up nice and still leave a layer in the material. Especially like these honeycomb material, when you just let it soak in, it makes all the difference. And then this rag now has a bunch on it, and it will kind of carry it to crevices and stuff I didn't reach before. Sweet. Gonna have spots dripping, but I'll get it. But you can kind of see how fresh that looks. This method with engine bays is like dealership status, where you have it like dripping everywhere, because you're just letting it soak in, like I said. And this material too, it looks nice when we're done. Looks awesome. Before I dive into the fender wells and polish those up, I'm gonna take a wet part of this rag and just hit all the black rubber trim. Might make a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. I want to do this every now and then because the ceramic properties will protect this from the sun, the UV, almost like a clear coat layer. Or this trim in this plastic corner over here, you can paint it on and it'll look good for a long time. Do it on top of the mirror right here and the inner lip. And then I'm going to take a more dry part of the rag and dry it off so it looks real even. Oh, this thing's gonna look nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna have some swirls and stuff on the paint. We'll hit that last. Now all I'm gonna do that I'm done with this rag on the paint, just come in here and then dry up all that excess, and it'll be thick on here like jelly almost. And you just know it's gonna stay. And then when you go to wash all the grime off next time, it'll be that much easier because it'll come off with this instead of it being stuck to the actual fender liner material. This little jet black in here behind the wheel. Next, we just got to get rid of these ugly rotors. It will look super nice. We will be clean, jet black, everything behind it makes all the difference. Before we do Amplify ceramic detail spray on the paint to finish it off, I'm gonna take this surface cleaner that's very diluted down and just hit all these areas, kind of wet down the car. Just a little bit of soapy water is all. And just wipe down where I kind of had some of that overspray and just dry the car off one more time. And then this chemical will get rid of any like grease or, you know, tire shine or whatever, because that Amplify 1 tire will just stick. It's already kind of almost adhered to the plastic. It soaks it up really well, and you'll see when you use it. So I'm just gonna gotta get this wet. Wipe the whole car down once more. And then when we put the ceramic detail spray, it's gonna pop. I'm definitely parking this car in the garage because it's gonna look so nice. And this purple towel, I just have a rule with anyone that uses it, including myself. Just only clean paint, never let it touch the ground, and don't use it to get dirt or grime off of any car, so that no one's questioning if the big drying towel will just scratch the heck out of anyone's car. Don't want that to happen. Cool. So this and the wheels, and we'll be done. Gotta do interior and engine bay, maybe in another episode, but what I'm using is this amazing stuff, Amplify Ceramic Detail Spray. A little bit goes a long way. Don't let it deceive you, and I didn't do this for probably a year. I need to clean my glasses. Spray it on your rag, spray it on the paint. And with the ceramic stuff, you're gonna kind of polish it on, and that's gonna dry and have a rainbow effect. And then you can kind of wax it off, and then once you wax it off, then it's like out of this world shine. Super water repellent, really, really satisfying. So I used to just not listen to Ted, the detail pro, over at Spring, just spray it on, wipe it, let it dry, and be like, oh, it's great. And I'd walk along, and then I started to notice, why is the whole car like rainbow reflecting? What the heck? That ceramic wasn't applied evenly on the surface, so the light was just bending all types of weird ways off of it. So you can get nerdy if you want, but that's my 2 cents before we put this on. Here, kind of spray some here, just a little bit. Apply it all, kind of, you can see it spread out. It's not normal detail spray. You'll see where it's going very clearly. We're gonna do an area. Now I'm not gonna go any farther from here. Flip it over to the dry side, and then just rub all of it. It won't come off. It's already adhered to the surface. You're gonna make sure the finish is really level. And then you look at it and you're like, oh my goodness. You can also, getting kind of carried away here, I need to stay on top of the car. You can apply it to the glass, which is really nice. And it'll make it hydrophobic, like Rain-X. Apply it all, you'll see it kind of smudging everywhere. Flip to the dry side, buff it off. It just looks really nice. Let me do the whole car real quick, we'll do the next step. We're off into the night to do the wheels. Let's do the dirtiest one. Oof, yeah, this is bad. I'm just gonna spray it out as much as I can to start. Ton of iron just caked on here from the brakes. Just gonna let this sit, and then we're scrub it in with a wheel brush. Oh yeah, it's all breaking up now. It's actually not bad. Now I just need to get the spokes on the backside, get the stiff brush. Go ahead and do it one more time with the soft brush. Get every nook and cranny. While I have the backside here, you get this Crush Power degreaser all over the tire. I need to go get my other brush. One of these brushes. Get it kind of wet. And then just agitate all that just grime off the tire so that clean, I know it's clean. I'll just go ahead and hit this while I'm at it. Cool. Ready for the face. Disgusting. Go ahead and just be nice to the wheel. Not much is coming off, so I'm gonna take a wash mitt. Just hit the face of it because I want to be nice. These wheels are pretty nice. Get some good lubrication on here with the maxi foam left over from today. This is when that tough brush, I can just rub inside these, agitate, and then just go ahead and smear it. Not bad. Let's go do the tire. Grab the dirt, glue to the tire so that it's black again. See, it's kind of brown. Take the iron remover, get it all up in here. Be careful with iron remover when it's hot outside. It will dry so fast and it's not what you want. Now I have my soft brush. Get in here, each spoke. Iron's breaking loose thanks to the chemical. Honestly, not super happy. I'm gonna get up in here. Get the more hardcore brush out because I'm really not getting this stuff caked on there. With this type of powder coated black finish, it can handle a lot, so I'm not personally stressed. It might stress some of you out there. Literally the only way to clean these out is with my finger. That looks good. Feels looking nice. Alright, we'll let her dry. Get a majority of the water off the face. Get inside the lug nut spot. Lug holes. Amplify one tire. What I personally do with black wheels, since they never look perfect, I'm willing to make them look perfect temporarily. So I'm gonna let this kind of soak into the tire. It'll stay black. I'll probably do another layer of Amplify 1 tire. And the residual I have of what I just wiped off, I'm gonna wipe on the whole face to get these things to just look perfectly black. So if a little gets on the wheel, it's okay. I'm gonna clean the other wheels and tires, and then we'll circle back, make sure this is perfect, bolt them on the car, and enjoy the final look. Amplify 1 tire's been sitting on here for a while. My rag already just kind of has some of the chemical on it. I just come in here and hit the whole thing, make it look really nice. And then if I want to get crazy the next day, I'll hit it with a dry towel so that there's no chance of stuff sticking to it the next day. And it just looks super even. I like my tires black, but not like shiny. I just want them really deep, like satin black. Amplify 1 tire is the move to get that finish exactly. I am gonna get a dry rag actually tonight and wipe these down. I can just rub around the whole thing and get the black really even. It just looks the way I want. So the thing about Amplify ceramic detail spray is why I'm also wiping it off, I forgot to mention, is with it being ceramic and SiO2 infused, that's the part that makes it hydrophobic. So when I really sit down and get this to dry, it's just gonna bead water. Like, it's so slick to the touch. So brake dust and such gonna have a hard time sticking. And when it does sit on top of the, the wheel, when I go to spray it off with water next time, it'll just all come right off. I've done all 4 the wheels on the car. These have to be the weirdest wheel locks I've ever seen. Description, I have the links to the new ST and RS shirts. And then right here we go for a fun drive with the neighborhood squad in the canyon to get a little point of view of what it's like to drive the Focus RS. If you haven't seen that already, we run into some supercars too. Get to listen to the STI from behind and Parker's ST. So it's a great time. Hope to see you there.